BagFuel, baby.
Ooh, it's the Avengers.
We are the Avengers. Or we Avengers and DC Comics in separate worlds. We just come together.
Oh, man. Heineken.
Everyone sees Sounds official. And is he a guest still? Because it seems like isn't this like his second or third time up here right now?
I'm family.
We got two hip hop disruptors. You know what I'm saying? Like you've made the record labels uncomfortable, the media space uncomfortable. Fraudulent individuals who've passed over for years as experts uncomfortable. Ray Daniels, Esso.
I had to come.
Now, Ray, you know we about peace and love.
No. By the way, I'm about peace and love too.
Right,
Virgo gods.
Y'all are my brothers, and you know I take my relationships very, very serious. I obviously seen that my ex co-host Tamira did a show, who I love and adore, and I'm never gonna disrespect Tamira, but I will tell the truth. And my only thing that I didn't like was how it ended. So how y'all want to start? How y'all want to start?
Man, just drop your bomb.
Let's have fun with this.
Drop your bomb.
Okay, so no, it's no bomb.
So we can move forward.
So basically, the reason why I caught SO was because when Tamira clip dropped, when she discussed us drop, I saw it. I really didn't like it, so I addressed it on my show.
Which we understood.
And then
he called me out on the show.
then-
Everybody know he called me out.
That's
how you know it's my man. He called me out on the show.
And the reason why I told SO that is because when SO explained it to me, I understood. But for me, it was just like I didn't like my thing is this. If you break up, you break up. Like breakups happen all the time. Why you gotta go on a tour to talk about it? I didn't understand that. So when I saw it, I just saw the clip and I was like, okay, I'm gonna dress it, we're gonna call it a day. But I am a fan of the BagFuel show.
You know
we don't talk about that.
Tour, but you know why people go on tour to talk about it? Because, and I'm not talking about her, I'm talking about people in general.
It's interest.
Because they think that that's what me and Heineken did, and they think that that's what worked. But that's not what me and Heineken did.
And now watch this. The crazy thing is this. When I meet Esso,
Yeah.
Esso is off the other show at this point.
Yeah.
Right? So I meet Esso. So Esso does my show. We don't even talk about the other show.
No one.
That's because we have other stuff to talk about. So my only thing I didn't like was so basically because I'm a fan of BagFuel, Space Coast, I was watching the show. You know, I just bought a new Escalade. I drive. I get driven. So I'm like,
I get driven.
I got a TV. So I'm like, let me turn on BagFuel, Tamira show. Let me watch it. I already seen it, and then I start seeing it was one thing you asked. And by the way, you are a really good journalist. I tell you that, but I'm gonna give you that.
Yes.
And you said, "Do you think it was time for you to move on?" And she said, because you said we was trying to figure out was it time for us to move on. And she said, I thought it was time, and that's a lie. Tamira, I fired her. Bottom line, I fired her. And I'm not saying it like no bullshit because no one wants to fire their friend and someone that they love. I love Tamira. But what happened was I let her go because I got rid of my executive producer also on the show, right? Like 2 weeks before. And I figured everybody complained about him. So I did a team meeting. And I said, now that he's gone, anybody can go.
Yeah,
so
you went on a fire spree.
It wasn't that. Let me tell you what it was. I'm going to be honest with you.
You sound like Universal Music.
We're going to get into that. Oh, my God, I want to get into that. But you know what it is? Can I tell you what it is, though? What it is was, so in 2024, I have a really good friend of mine that kind of showed me my value on who I was. Like, you know, like, we come from nothing, right? So when you come from nothing, when you become something, that feels great, obviously. Then you come around people who has had something their whole life. And now they start breaking down the science of how you should be treated, how you should be loved, regardless of what you had. So for me, it was like, I came into 2024, my only goal was stand up for myself. Because if I know somebody messing with you, Heineken, I'm on their what?
But Ray, to be fair though, the way Tamira explained it, she told us behind the scenes that you fired her.
But she didn't tell that on camera.
But you know why? Because it could come off weird and it could make you look like a bad guy.
Okay, but here's the thing.
And she was making it look like very political, because if she said, Ray Daniels fired me, they're gonna be like, Ray, why'd you get rid of her? Are you jealous? The narrative can spin crazy.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what happened. But we can, here's the crazy part about the internet. There's not a narrative when there's a truth. And the truth is, when I let the other guy go, and they're not saying his name because he's not talking about it, so why would I talk about it? I don't put no salt in no wound. He's still my friend. When I let him go, I sat down the whole team down, because you guys are lucky. You got one Space Coast. I have 4 or 5 guys that do it. Y'all seen that. Like, it's a camera crew.
There.
So I was kind of like, damn, my shit is not as functioning as I would like it to be with this camera crew. So I told everybody, I said, now there are people I pay and there are people I don't pay. I said, look, the people I don't pay, I said, do I trip on you when you're not here? No. Do I trip on you when you're not here? No, I don't pay y'all. But the people I do pay, if you're taking money out of my family's mouth and you know what it's for, have the respect of it. So what happened was, the guy that started moving Tamira around, he was moving her around, and I didn't want to get into this because it was over, but let's talk about it since she talked about it. He was moving her around, and then Tamira and Ray has never had an argument, by the way. I love that girl. That's my baby. We've never had an argument or beef. But, you know, I'm paying her. I pay her. So when my guy Jack Dance, who's over the show now, hits her like, yo, T, need you, be ready. And she was like, well, I need a 24-hour window. So he calls me like, yo, Tamira said she needs a 24-hour window. Okay, I address it with everybody. I say, hey, look, because I didn't want to put her on blast, because that's my baby and she's sensitive. I don't want no smoke with her because I know how she is. I've seen that when it's smoke, she cries. So I don't want her crying. That don't feel good. So I call a team meeting and I say, hey, look, guys, such and such is gone. If I pay you, I expect you to be, everybody knows we shoot on Wednesdays. There's no 24-hour windows because sometimes guests come in last minute. We don't know.
Yeah, that's
just
the nature of the
clear
game.
the day for Wednesday. That's all I need. I'm paying you for the week and only got to do work one day a week. That's nothing.
And he pays kind of good.
Yo, you pay kind of well, Ray.
He got paid. He
a designated day.
Yo, look. He was paying her more than we was getting paid, and we was top 5 in the country.
Nah, no idea.
That's real shit.
That's real shit.
We tell you.
But see, here's why I'm glad y'all brought that up. Here's why I'm. But
We didn't have a designated day, Ray.
Here's why I'm doing it 360 the way I'm doing it. Here's why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Because I know how it looks, but I make money from music. Like, I make a lot of money from music, and I think it's unfair to walk into this nice building that music pays for, to work with this nice man that gets paid from music, and I'm asking you guys to help me with my dream. That's why I paid.
You're right.
Let me tell you what I'm saying, though. If I knew her goal was to be a personality when we started, I wouldn't have paid her nothing.
Why?
Because it was my goal. She was supporting me. That's why she kept saying it was Ray's show. I wanted to do this. It was kind of like Space Goes, ask me a question. And now you ask me questions, and now all of a sudden you sitting next to me, and now it's the Space Go and Ray show. I'm cool with that, by the way. But when we started off, it was my goal. It wasn't hers. It was no one in the room's goal. Ray wanted to do a podcast. Ray is a...
But to be fair, I don't want to cut you off.
For sure.
Esso never had a goal to do this. His goal was to get me to a higher plane.
Yep.
And then one day I said, the only way I'm going to get to a higher plane is if he's in front of the camera. He never knew that.
He
does not care about this.
Me neither.
And I know you don't care about this.
We don't care. That's the part why I wanted to talk about it, because Esso, I don't care. Like,
y'all the only two that really are visible that don't care.
We
You just want to win.
do content,
but
don't care about
it.
You know
the
why?
content.
You know why? Because
it doesn't make us.
That's not why. I'm going to tell you why. Because the content we do is also discussing something that we can both do to go get a check right now.
Facts.
So that's what people don't understand.
Which a lot of people want to do.
A lot of people want to do. So I'm like, no, we can do it whether the camera's on or not. That's what makes Esso and me. I always say Esso and me are like in different multi-universes, exist in the same person. That's why I love getting in the same room with them. And that's why I think Tamira ran to him. Because to me, they know how I feel about you guys. So my thing was, now you talking to my dogs about shit I ain't even talked to them about. And now I'm looking at you, tell them lies. I gotta step in. Yo, listen, I let her go. I did let her go. I did not want to let her go. I warned her. I said 24 hours, no more windows. She knew I was talking to her, but I didn't single her out because she knew I was talking to her. And then we're doing the Scrappy interview the following week. Tamira is like, I don't have time because I gotta do something for iHeart. Cool. She leaves on the designated day because she got to go do a red carpet for Frito Bangs, who we just interviewed earlier. So I'm kind of like, so she texts me in the middle. I'm filming. And we filming 30, 40 minutes into the show. I got to go. So I tell her, because I like to create the boundary, hit Aaron. Aaron is the new EP. Hit Aaron. Make sure he cool with it. He hit Aaron, and then she left. Everybody left. It was a great interview. Everybody left. But with nobody during the interview, Scrappy kept saying, where's old girl? Where's old girl? I couldn't. So I knew she was gone, but I was like, nah, let's just keep going. Where's old girl? So now, so now she leaves. So now I tell the team, I was like, just suspend her for next week. Like, let's just not use it next week. Because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow side chicks to come fuck with my shit when I started as the main. And that was my problem, especially when I know I'm paying. And I found out that none of them were. Because I had to circle a block because her manager was causing a fuss about me. Like, Nick, Esso, I'm being honest with y'all. I don't care about this content shit. I don't care about the perception that you have of me in podcasts. I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because your perception doesn't feed my family. Now, if it did, Esso, I would probably be a little different. But, nigga, I was on the Grammy stage. I have a #1 song. I got records that's out right now. I got 7 songs on the Carnival album, on that Kanye Vultures album, including the Carnival record. Bro, I'm good, man. Life is good for me, so I don't need a camera to make life better. But when I see people around me creating their narratives, and the one thing that blew me off about Tamira, the one thing that was weird was that after I told her I didn't want to work with her no more, she sent me and the team an email with her mother CC'd. Like, I wanted, like, it was like, on some, like, I got fired at this time, at this day, and I want to know why. So I'm kind of like, well, if I'm being honest with you, you really didn't get fired because now we're dealing with employee issues, and you're not my employee. Don't do that. Don't say I got fired. I paid you to show up for me. I didn't want, and by the way, I made it known maybe like 7-8 months ago when I realized she wanted her own brand. I'm like, well, shit, I don't think I should have to pay because you're getting hot from this. Like, you had 10,000 followers, now you got 30,000. Now you're getting booked and everywhere because of my show, and I'm still paying. And then now I got to worry about this lame-ass nigga who manages her, who's a lame, who's a clout chaser, managing her, now telling her, you got to do something for Frito Banks. Now, here's the part where it went bad. And Tamira says something on Twitter, and I tweeted back, I said, I don't argue with friends who have my phone. But Tamira says to me, because I say, black men, we should talk to each other. So Tamira says, why don't you take that same energy to that guy? Here's the thing. That guy's never been my friend. I don't know that guy. That guy met me on some groupie shit about 15 years ago. You know, like a hanger on. I guess in hanging on, he got a publishing deal because he was in the right room with me.
That's how I go.
I don't know this, by the way, So he finds me 9 years later, and now he's telling the whole world, Ray changed my life. Ray got me my deal. And I'm kind of like, yeah, that's cool. But I don't remember. And I don't know you, bro. I don't know you, bro. So now he comes back cool with me because he works for iHeart.
Yo, can I stop you?
No.
I'm
like,
let's cook.
No. This is how you look when you be doing what you be doing. I want you to see what it looks like.
Because we do it.
Let Russ
we
cook.
do it.
Let Russ cook.
So now I come. So now he works for iHeart. I don't know this dude. I think his name is Rico.
T-shirt.
I think his name is Rico. I walk at iHeart and I'm like, yeah, I'm here with Rico. And who's Rico? Oh, his name is not even Rico. Oh, his name is something else. I don't even know his real name. So now he takes me to iHeart. He's like, man, and by the way, I could see a jug when it's happening. So that's the thing about music that we have an advantage of. We can see the jug. So he's jugging, Space. So he's introducing. Mind you, I walk at iHeart, and when I walk in, everybody is like, Ray, oh shit, what you doing here? Ray, you about to be with iHeart. I'm like, bro, this dude just told me to come up here to say hello real quick. And now I'm in meetings with people, and now they're asking me, do you want to do a morning show? Do you want to do this? And I'm like, well, yeah, that sounds good. That's cool. But I'm in the music business. You know how many fucking deals I talk about 24/7 that don't happen? I'm in the middle of a deal with Universal Republic that we shook hands with on 6 months ago, and I'm still trying to get the final long-term
you know they let 40% of the staff go.
No, I wouldn't get into that. I want to learn about that. So what I'm saying is that, so with that being said, now, so I'm in this situation where this dude is trying to tell. So then what happens is now Tamira starts building her brand. So she said another thing that I didn't like. She said, when I post my shit, compared when I post Ray's shit, my shit does triple the numbers. Well, that is true because on my shit, you didn't say anything. On my show, it was me saying everything. And the big problem that we had internally was she would get mad at the team because she'd be like, why y'all don't give me clips of me saying something dope?
She said that.
And the team would be like, you didn't say nothing dope. So now she goes and puts the green screen on, and now she's doing that. Now, mind you, let me say something in her defense.
Yeah.
She wasn't there to say anything dope.
What was she there for?
To ask questions.
Okay.
That was her goal. That was her job. Her job, the same thing when you said. She's great at that. She's great at having information. She's great at that. So I'm like, so now it's like her goal is to have a brand. So when she would do that green screen, of course it would get more because it was polarizing. But it's also things that I wouldn't want to be said on my show.
But can I?
Let him go.
May I jump in?
Yeah. Please.
When I was on the past show that you knew that me and Ham was on together, he felt like I was enterprising because I know the game, right? So when I'm coming in there, I'm saying, yo, it's more people watching me, right? If I was selling capsules by myself, I'm selling my capsules when I'm on this camera.
Exactly.
When I'm on this camera, what?
I just want water.
Yeah.
Just throw it to me.
When I'm on this camera now, I'm worth more money. That doesn't mean he shouldn't pay me because I'm on this camera. I'm also bringing value to this nigga at the same time, right?
Now,
and
I gotta challenge you now.
What?
Now that value is to be determined.
And how's that gonna be?
Because here's what happened. After I said tell her don't come next week, I filmed a couple of shows without her. And then what I realized is I didn't need her no more. Because what I needed at first was I needed somebody to set it up. I wasn't comfortable in front of the camera.
Well, that didn't happen in our situation.
No, I know. But what I'm telling you.
Everybody knows that, nigga. All right? That didn't happen in our motherfucking situation.
That's what I'm saying. When I got there, what happened was that now I'm realizing like, damn. And then they said the show was smoother. Damn, Ray, it's smoother without nobody there. So I kind of like, I really don't need a host anymore. I kind of wanted hosts because I don't care about this enough to fun. It's not like I'm Arsenio Hall and I'm like, it's the Arsenio Hall show. I don't care enough. I want voices on there. I'm okay with sitting off the GAUDS Show and let S.R. Heineken host it. I swear to God, I'm fine with that. Because it's never been about me. It was always about us telling the message to the people. And that's the first thing. So now I tell her. So then the following week, I'm kind of like, I really don't need it no more.
But evolution and success is a tricky thing because as things develop now, your ideology, your ambitions are going to change. Now,
and there's one important thing you got to talk about getting paid, though. It's one thing we don't factor in. I pay at the beginning of the month.
Yeah,
I pay you in advance. I don't pay you after you work. I pay you before. So to be technical, I paid Tamira on the 1st, and I think we stopped working together on the 7th. What if I paid her for the week? She wouldn't have had the other month. She got paid. That's another problem. I like to pay people. So now when you're paid already, now you treat me like, I guarantee you if she knew she needed to sit on that couch to get a check, she would have stayed there. So I kind of like paying you. Let me just see who you are. Here go everybody that worked for me.
But nigga, you got write-offs. You need the write-offs.
No,
nigga.
but so I
need the write-offs.
So, but
I know, Ray. I know.
But I also can do it every Monday or every Friday. I did it on the 1st of the month because I knew people had bills to pay. So my mind is like, why would I pay you on the 1st, then on the 7th, and you might need 1st, 7th, and the 15th check to get paid. So here go your money for the month, which is what I did. That's why me and Tamira, it can never be smoke with her. That's my baby. But it's like, baby girl, you bought into a clout chaser's
Propaganda?
Yes.
But I don't think it's yo Ray. Let me say this. I don't think it's no beef. I think if she came up here, I think she just came up here just to save her. Like, who's gonna come up here and say I got fired? One, now
you did. You would.
Now
you would.
Now her message.
It's better for the story.
But that's what really, yeah.
But you talking about? You just said I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck about. But you talking about
don't
me?
Lie.
But the lie.
My only problem was the lie.
But the lie wasn't a bad lie, though.
For me, it was because it's on my name. Because now it looks like the narrative. Okay, so let me
look at BagFuel.
I want y'all to read the text message.
No. Look at BagFuel's name, right?
Yep.
Tamira comes on this motherfucker and says, if what she said was bad and it got back to you. Imagine if she would have came up here and said, Ray Daniels fired me and so-and-so.
Oh, it would have been...
How the fuck am I going to put that out when she walked in here and I said, yo, the prerequisite is you can't kill Ray on my show.
Okay, so I'm going to tell y'all...
So it's not all on her?
Hear me out. Okay, so look what this says. Now, this is the message that her manager is saying, like, this is why I have to talk.
You talking about the nigga you hate?
Yes, Nick. It's not even... I don't hate the nigga. First of all, I can't...
You like the nigga?
No, let me be clear. I can't care about somebody that doesn't mean shit to my life.
You dislike the nigga.
No, I don't care about him. I hate that he got Tamira caught up in his shit. But listen to what he's saying. You started dealing with, he says, I want to clarify things. This is what her manager says. Her manager is texting my people, bro, while she's doing y'all's show. Now you don't want to respond. Look, you want to read it yourself?
I don't want to see that shit.
You just started dealing with those people. I've been going to that office for over a year, and I worked with Ray for 14 years ago in L.A. I'm a lot more familiar with that situation than you may think. FYI, everyone she's working with at iHeart, I already introduced those people to Ray a year ago, literally introduced them to every decision maker, program director, ATL president, radio host, ... If they chose to work with her over him, That's their decision. I can't make them work with Ray.
Okay.
He came for blood. Damn, Ray.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on, listen. Hold on.
I know you here to clear your name, but you know people want to hear.
No, look what he says now. Read there.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay. Also, as someone you have history with, regardless of the current status, I know in capitals you are a smart brother, and I want you to look around that office. Oh, they're supposed to put at that office next time. How many people have left? Everyone that left is flourishing. Everyone that stayed is doing the same thing they've always have thought.
Hold on. Nigga, you mean to tell me, Space Ghost, that this is going around? I don't care. And now, first of all, bro, who left? No one left me. I fired everybody. Who the fuck left? Who's flourishing? So now, here it comes with that's the narrative being floated around, and now she's on your show saying, that's a lie.
All right, Ray. So,
Bro, so me, my thing is this, I don't care about what no one says if it's the truth. Don't lie.
But Ray, let's close this out, because one thing we did say.
I ain't finished.
Let him go. Let Russ
You
go.
trying to close it out.
Oh, fuck
Let Russ
I called SO, because I told SO, my brother, I want to come on your platform. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to tell the truth. Bottom line is this. That's going around. She's sitting on your couch saying she left. So what is Ray supposed to do? Just sit there and look like, no, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Narratives is how we get paid in this world.
That's true.
The narrative is how we get paid in this world. Nobody wants the nigga that got fired. Everybody wants the nigga that left. He left. Oh, I want to get him. He got fired. Why he get fired? Come on, bro. Tell the truth. That's my only problem. And then now what happens is, so now he's calling, so now not only that, they're calling people at iHeart. I got people on my show. My guy on my show called me, guys, and said, you need to leave iHeart alone. What I doing? I ain't got no beef for iHeart. Yeah, man, iHeart, we don't want war with them. War with iHeart? What are y'all talking about? I love them. So now I got to call people at iHeart. Yo, we got problems? Ray, we love you. I called the guy at iHeart. His exact words to me was, I'm still trying to figure out how to get your deal done over here because I want to work with you. Mm-hmm. I called the PD. The PD said, we love you, bro. The PD called the boss of iHeart at the whole thing, and he said, Ray, you are invited anytime you want. See, here's the thing that Tamira needs to understand. I don't have a fucking boss. You can't beat me in a war when you have a boss, especially a boss I can go to, because his politics ride over you. And guess what? iHeart don't want smoke with Ray. Ray don't want smoke with iHeart. So now the smoke is with that nigga, and it ain't got nothing to do with her. But I don't like that she lied. I don't, and you just admitted, she told her she got fired. Baby, and here's the thing.
But I didn't want her to come on here and say that, Ray.
Yeah.
So Ray,
so
partly, but let me just say this, Ray.
Yeah.
You my man. And I told her, I gave her the prerequisites.
You're not here to bash him. You're not going to do that on the camp.
You can't just pop up and say, oh, and I'm not on Ray, then you show them up. What? What you mean, huh? Yo, you can't kill Ray on the show if that's what you was going to do.
But what I'm trying to say.
And you got to remember, we also asked her, why would you leave a show? Hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to how
that's what made me call you. This question is, I'm in the car space. This question is what made me pick up the phone. Go ahead.
No, I said, why would you leave a show that's popping in the South? Like, it's a staple now.
Space Ghost, guess what I'm doing, Space Ghost? Well, I'm yelling. I'm in the back of the car, yelling at the screen. She didn't leave. Yeah, it's like, it's the fuck. She didn't leave.
But why didn't you hear the other side of it? Like, yo, the popping the show and all this other stuff. Why you can't hear the props? He gave you all the props, and
by the way, the props is why I decided to come on y'all platform to talk, to get y'all the views. Those props is what made me say, because I got a show. Space Ghost. I can just talk on my shit. Yeah. But I'm like, nope. Let me go on my brother's shit because it started there. But I want to just, listen, man.
Got you.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. There's certain things that you don't play with when it comes to your name. When it's your name, when you don't have a company that's backing you and the only company backing you is your name, you gotta take it way more serious. And that's what I was trying to teach Tamira the whole time we worked together. You can't just say stuff. You can't just say stuff because like I said, I don't care you don't like white people. Can you tell me why? I don't care you don't like black men and you think they deserve nothing, but you tell me why. You can't just say, man, I hate men. Why do you hate men? Because the real reason why you hate men is what you don't want to talk about. That's the truth. And that ain't my truth to tell. But if you have such a disdain for men, that means they have done something to you. And maybe they've done something to you because who you showed them who you were. Let me tell you something. I want to make this known. I love Tamira. I have one problem with her. The same problem that I had with myself. was that when you're trying to come up from nothing, you can't front. You got to be honest. Hungry people can't act like they ain't hungry. It's okay to say you hungry because people like honesty. People like the truth.
Nigga, I call my niggas, yo, bro, listen. I need a check, my nigga.
Come on.
I need you to create something for me. I need you to create something for me. I'm spending my money rapidly.
Nigga, it's killing me.
Yo, bro, that's what the relationship is about, nigga.
So imagine
Let's
this,
go,
guys.
Ray.
So imagine this, guys. And I want people to hear this shit because y'all probably don't talk about this from the economic standpoint of podcasting.
Yes.
My nigga, I'm paying everybody. I'm losing $7,000-8,000 a month shooting a podcast. I'm losing $7,000-8,000. Now I'm not losing it. Hold on, now I'm not losing it. I don't have a job coming in. I don't have a job.
But you're writing it off.
No, it's a dog.
He's writing it off. He's making a lot of money. He's writing it off.
I get you are writing it off, but I can write it off by buying cars. I can write it off by buying jewelry.
That's true.
I didn't have to write it off by paying people.
That's true.
I'm paying people, bro. How many
true.
niggas? That's why I said, that's why I stress, you will never hear money problems with me. If I owe you money, bro, I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm going to pay you. I'd rather you walk away saying, Ray owed his debt, he paid it. It's like I'm a motherfucking Lannister. I'm a Lannister. You know what Galvin watch Game of Thrones? I'm a Lannister, nigga. A Lannister always pays their debt. Nigga, if you're being honest with you, I don't owe Tamira nothing. I took care of her. Listen, I spent $10,000 on jackets last year.
Ray, let's end this. You gave the Lannister quote. Let's end this segment.
I spent 10 grand on jackets.
Winter's coming.
Winter is here. And guess what, Tamira? And the crazy part is that if Tamira came back right now, I would do a show on her because she is a star. She just needs to be developed. And I think I'm pretty good at developing. Because I've developed myself. No, let me fuck that. All right, let me finish. I done made how many people rich in my life? How many millionaires I made in my life from this start? And guess what this start is? This start is just be honest, be truthful. If you hate somebody, say why. Don't just say you hate people. Don't be a mean person for no reason. And my only thing with Tamira was like, my thing is this. You're talking about everybody else's business. You're giving them a reason to look into yours.
That's facts.
And then my thing to you is if they look into yours, me and you both know. We was wildin' back in the day. They can find shit on you. That's why I don't talk about people's personal business. Because I don't want nobody in my...
Man, but listen, people say it though. Like,
yeah, but here's my thing. They say it, but they don't scream it. The reason why they don't scream it is because I'm not screaming it. I'm not screaming about it. And my only thing to Tamira was, like I said, like, you can't... Another thing about Tamira, I got to be honest with you, Tamira is not confrontational. She's not going to fight. And my thing is, and I never talked to you about this, but you gotta kind of sometimes be prepared for whatever when you walk out this house. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
Just because you allow them off on the internet, right or wrong? Okay, so my point to Tamira was, you gotta stop. I'm not saying don't talk about people, but you gotta have rhyme and reason. Because the last thing I want, she always disses Meek Mill. The last thing I want is for you to diss Meek, and then Meek come looking for me, and I'm like, hey, nigga, that's her.
Yeah.
Now I like a pussy ass nigga. I'm throwing the nigga to her. But bitch, why are you talking about her? When we say protecting black women don't mean fighting for them and dying for them. Protecting black women means telling them sometimes shut the fuck up. That's gonna get us in trouble. That's protecting black women. So my thing to you, when you go online talking about Offset, how you gonna die when if I'm her, you ain't even her. But you like, if I'm her, I want my coins. You don't die on me. Baby girl, P has been at the front. P is at the forefront. QCP and Coach at the forefront of saying, Ray, you are next. Whatever it takes to help you win, we want. And now my counterpart, who I'm paying to have time to do this bullshit that I don't got nothing to do with, is talking stupid on the internet. You gotta fucking chill. I do not make my millions from podcasting. I make my millions from my relationships in the music business. You cannot fuck that up because you want to be messy. And that was my problem.
Gotcha.
And by the way, is that unfair?
From those two angles, that's everything else.
Come on, man, it's business, man.
Protect the relationship.
Man, listen, if you don't...
Listen,
SO, if SO and you right now didn't have none and said, Ray, we need you, nigga, am I not coming?
Fast.
Nigga, that's the value of relationships. She doesn't understand that, and neither does Rico. You want to know why neither one of them understand it? Because they never built $1 million empire. They don't know that you're going to see those same people 4 or 5 times on the way up. And when you see them, now I got to kill you. Not Tamira, but Rico. Now I gotta kill you. Why I gotta kill you? Because you're on text killing me. Nigga, if you just left it alone and said, I got Tamira from the show, we doing good, and y'all never talked about me, nigga, I'll be on the sideline saying, go, 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 go.
But do you think that
Tywin Daniels.
But do you think that you're a little mad at her because you think that she made a wrong choice, and this wrong choice nigga is like trying to kick your back?
I'm gonna tell y'all more shit. I can't be clear here. I'm gonna tell the truth. I did not start the GAUDS Show, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all as my brothers. I did not start the GAUDS Show to make it a $100 million property. I started the GAUDS Show because I wanted another job. And I figured if I talk on the internet, then that's my way of telling people what I know without asking for a job. And what happened was while I'm sitting here with a megaphone in front of the music, in front of all the labels, like, this is how we make stars, this is how we do that. And I'm looking like, these niggas ain't looking out the window? No. Shit. And then I look behind me and now I got 200,000 people saying, we love you. So now I turned around and now I'm talking to them. So my thing is like, I didn't start this, so this was a great accident. That's why Tamira said I was there to help Ray.
Yo, that's the perfect way to explain this.
It was a great accident. And my thing was like, now this an accident, okay, then let's, by the way, my pod makes me 6 figures a year now. But now it's a great accident, let's figure out how to help. Let's blow this up now. Now I'm telling everybody, now that's when I don't think about Heineken when I don't think about Esso. And for Tamira, if I was you, if I was your manager, I would have been like, stay close to the enterprise and build out from there. You got somebody who I don't like, so now what is he gonna do? He gonna take you to other people. But those other people, you ain't start with them. So when Ball Alert get paid, you think they want you to get paid when they get paid? Hell nah. iHeart is like, nigga, iHeart pays, they gonna pay you hourly wage for a 4-hour show. You're not Ricky Smiley in the morning, you gonna get paid hourly. You had freedom with me and you could have done it all, and you still let this dude tell you to leave my set to go do Frito. We don't understand the world we live in. Clout is at its highest thing. Dog, let me tell you something. Every time I talk to Joe Budden, he tell me, when you come to my show. Nigga, every time I come to New York, I do y'all show. Not that I want to do Joe's. I'm going to do Joe's, but I talk to y'all very often.
Yeah.
So y'all my niggas. So even when I want to do Joe, I'm like, fuck, I already told Esso I'm going to do Esso. I ain't got time. Because y'all my bros. We talk more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm staying close to my enterprise. And my thing is, I could have easily went on another platform and did it, but I'm like, nigga, why would I do that? Nigga, these my niggas. And plus, they involved now. Shit, the minute you answer a question, you involved. And y'all ask the questions, now I'm coming to y'all shit to answer the other side. Now we can move forward if you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Let's make that clear, though. Ray Daniels don't have no money problems. Ray Daniels don't have no problems with nobody, and I love Tamira, and I want to see her fucking win. But she's being managed by this lame-ass nigga who made a character called such and such from Brooklyn. Man, Brooklyn Johnny, motherfucking Mr. Ruggs, all my Brooklyn niggas, y'all might need to have to look at this nigga and repo his fucking name, bro. Because I don't know him, and none of y'all do either. But he's out here with the Brooklyn name in his name. If there was a nigga named such and such from College Park and he was fucking up, you better believe we calling that nigga. Hey, bro, you might want to just say something else.
You Brooklyn Rico?
No, he's Rico from Brooklyn.
Oh, Rico from Brooklyn.
That's his name. Nigga, hey, I'm just gonna talk about Brooklyn niggas. I don't know if Brooklyn niggas move like that. Every Brooklyn nigga I met move like they Hove, nigga. This the only nigga moving like, he moving like one of them niggas from Game of Thrones. What's that? Give me a character, nigga. The fat nigga with that, the bald nigga that got his dick cut off. What was his name? Varys. He moved like Varys. Scary, talking behind people back. Nigga, talk to me. Nigga, pick up the phone and call me. This nigga told Tamira. Tamira tweets at me, y'all. Ray, pick up the phone and call this guy. Guess what? I did pick up the phone and call him. I said, bro, why would you fucking put Tamira, why would you move Tamira around who you met through me without making sure it's cool with me, my nigga? I'm paying her. That's my girl. He was like, well, I was waiting to see you to talk to you. Well, nigga, when do we run into each other? Nigga, you could have picked the phone up. Nigga, what the fuck? Oh, well, I was just, man, fuck you, nigga. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck where you at. If I got a problem with you, I'm calling you. If I got an issue with you, I ain't texting nobody about nobody. I'm calling. The only reason I'm speaking up now on this platform, because my name was spoken on this platform. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Because I'm too big for that shit, bro. And I don't mean big in stature. I mean big in the way I think. I don't entertain small shit.
Yeah, because we saw you was ready to kick the TNT television camera the other night.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, dog, I'm living life, man. I don't care about this shit. But it's like, you know, when you fighting for pennies, you gonna act like a penny nigga. And Tamira never had to be a penny nigga with me.
All right.
Let's go.
Ray, now, because people enjoy expertise, especially when it's coming from Esso and Ray Daniels.
And you, nigga.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, one more thing. Can I just say?
Go for it.
Because you just segue to it. This is the last thing I'm going to say. I swear to God. I swear, I'm being honest with you. Because Tamira said this. She said, I don't know nothing about the music business.
She did say that.
She always say that, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Who sits around me on a chair for 2 hours at a time and all we talk about music and you still proudly say, I don't know nothing about music? That means you're not even listening. I mean, you're not even there And that's honestly, y'all, that was my team's problem. Like, she was like, I was doing an interview with Dallas, and she was like, what's a JV? And I was like, Tamira, you've been sitting.
You don't know what a joint venture is?
You've been sitting next to me, talk about the music industry for fucking at least 300 hours.
If you
and
don't know,
you don't know none of that.
if you don't know, you asked the question. I said you didn't watch the whole show because I said that to her, and that used to be a conversation that me and Han would have. I would be like, if you tell people you don't know nothing about the music business, you make me look crazy.
No, but that's my point.
You should know.
That's why you were the segue. And my thing is like, it's embarrassing to me because I have all these people. It's like, bro, you know why I don't help nobody in my family, or I don't help people close to me? You are around me. And you ain't picking it up?
By proxy.
By proxy? That means you want me to do it for you.
Yes.
Because guess what? Did anybody teach you or did you have to pay attention?
Nigga.
Me
took
too.
it out the mud.
That's what I'm saying. So
I got it out the mud,
Tamira, you
nigga.
sitting
Everybody
down.
know
Real Ray, I've never, over time now, I've discovered I had family in the business. But when I did this, I didn't have no family member. And I always used to envy the fact that Esso had all these people around him. And I'd be like, why nobody ever took anything that she was doing? He's like, they don't get it, hon.
And they want me to do it for them.
And I'm glad you said it. And that's my only thing. That was my team's problem. My team would be like, Ray, she's not getting better. She's not getting better. Which means, because guess what? If you're still asking me what's a JV,
Cause your team be hating.
nah,
man.
it don't. But here's the thing.
Niggas is haters,
But here's the thing.
true.
But here's the thing.
Niggas is
Hear me
haters.
out. Hear me out. Everybody's hating then. Because the same way they have problems with her, she had problems with them. I'm specifically speaking about one thing that everyone would say that you have to admit is a slight red flag.
Ray,
How you sit next
I
to
don't
me.
watch content.
Ray, but listen to
I don't
what
watch
you have to
content,
understand
you know
from
that, so
look
I
outside
already
of the
know.
tornado. And you have other people in here who understand the landscape of media. When you started this, the only hubs to come down south would have been Drink Champ,
Scream.
Yeah.
Scream, and Greg Street.
Yep.
Out of nowhere. Now, I'm not saying you didn't.
Sure.
Within that time frame, you already became one of the main stops within the whole Bible Belt.
Why?
So I mean, huh?
Why?
No.
I know why,
No,
but
no,
why?
no. I'm not saying a bad thing.
come
What I'm
on,
saying
I'm
is
in it.
now because what that comes with now is envy, hate, jealousy. People are gonna be like, yo, who this motherfucker? They're gonna start like how Esso said, could that be hate? Trying to break things up.
No, it's not hate. Can I tell you something? They always didn't get along with her.
All right.
They always didn't like her. Because Tamira, when you try to...
So why would they give her credit now, bro?
No. Hear me out. I get that. But also, but let me tell you something, though. How the leader leads tells you everything. I don't entertain bullshit. You can't come to me and tell me I don't like Tamira without a why. You can't come to me and say she should go. I'm the same way everywhere I go. I can appreciate an opinion with a why behind it. So if you don't like Tamira, okay, well, guess what? Then don't come to work then. Okay, I'm gonna come to work. And same way, Tamira, they don't do this. I feel you, but don't come to work. And she would come. But my thing was this. She didn't make effort to get better. I don't care to do this that long. I will do it, but I don't want to be in front of a camera talking on a podcast for the next fucking 5 years. That's
Thank
not
you.
my
I be
dream.
saying the same thing. You gotta be progressive.
Dog, it takes time. It takes
be
effort.
progressive.
And then you know what else they don't talk about? How many other conversations you got to have after the content drops. My friend is right here.
Niggas
Every
is
time, now my
mad.
friend is right here. I'm getting calls, and I'm like, I gotta answer. This is gonna be a 30-minute phone call.
Don't be letting them know we got important people in the background.
No, I'm saying I got friends. I'm saying I got people here. But my point I'm saying is, guys, is that I don't care about the why. But when you're asking what's a JV, I don't know. That embarrasses me now.
He
That's
might
like,
not know
dog.
what a JV is. If you would have asked him, if I didn't say joint venture, they not. Yo, listen. What you gotta understand is this, and I had to accept this about Heineken and even Space Ghost. They content niggas. That's what they do. So it doesn't matter how much business I try to put. Yo, my nigga. It doesn't matter.
Okay, can I talk now?
No, hold on.
Okay.
You have to come to an understanding of what everybody's good at and what they're gonna do. Just because we're the style of niggas, see, you're going on, yo, us. This is what us. In order to come in the music business, you have to soak shit up. You have to pay attention.
Can I ask a question now?
You want to make money.
Can I ask a question now?
Yes.
Space Ghost, when I did y'all show the last time, what y'all don't know is that when I went back to Atlanta, I used your setup as an example of why am I spending all this damn money when I
Everybody does that.
That's but here's,
Everybody does that. That's why we don't want niggas to see our setup.
But here's my point. My point is this. Well, you should want niggas to see your setup. That mean y'all popping. But my point is this. My point is this, is that I didn't ask y'all that. I saw it. I noticed it. I went back to Atlanta and I talked to the professionals about it because I care because I'm in it.
Yeah.
My thing is this: if you're in it, then you should care, dog. If I sat next time Teron is in New York, I want y'all to interview him. And if y'all don't tell me after interviewing him, man, I could tell you and him work together, dog. My brand in the music business has always been smarts. So I can't have a dumb motherfucker sitting next to me that's I don't know and I don't know and I'm here. I'm like, nah, you gotta know now, man. We talk about it every day. You got it. My brand is intelligence. You can't be dumb around me. That's not my brand. So when you sitting there saying, now you saying that the first 3 months we're learning. But nigga, we've been doing this show for a year and a half at this point. Sometimes 2, 3 a week and you still don't know what a JV is? I know, dog, I know what a CTA is. I probably had to hear about 4 or 5 times and say, what's a CTA? You know y'all content motherfuckers, that's a term y'all go, you have to have a CTA. What's a CTA? Call to action. Oh, okay, cool. I had to hear it about 4 or 5 times, but I cared. I wanted to know what it meant because I didn't want to be in a room with content people and CTA comes up or they talk about content language and I don't know what it means because then that means I'm not trying. So you can't be on a music podcast talking about intelligence and you still acting dumb. Now let's move on.
Yes.
Hey, yo. Mad people getting fired. Everybody want to go corporate, right? And I always tell people, even when you go corporate, you better learn how to eat and kill as well. That's the biggest mistake that everybody makes, that you don't build out with people outside the business, all right? That's the first thing. Now they going through a whole restructuring within the Universal Music Group where 40% of the entire staff is getting let go, and that's across the board. Labels is merging, whole entire departments is getting fired. They're swapping one department. Well, you keep that department, we're gonna fire that department. We're gonna keep this department, we're gonna fire that department. What the hell is going on, bro? And why?
Can I be honest with y'all? I feel bad because there are great people that work at these labels.
Yeah.
Great people
Legends.
who care, who don't care about content. Not the legends. The legends are gonna be fine. Okay. I'm talking about those people in the video department, the people in the radio department, the people in the marketing department who have who came in the music business with these bright eyes and great ideas and didn't have a chance to get it off the ground. And I want to say, first of all, I feel bad for those people. I want to tell those people the best thing that happened to you is what just happened to you. And here's why. Because your phone's gonna stop ringing. And you're going to realize how much of your time you've been putting up for sale for whatever your salary was. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. I missed the fuck out that salary.
Me too.
Knowing that shit was coming every 2 weeks and that corporate card,
Once
I missed
a
the
month,
fuck out of it.
and that T&E.
But, bro, I can't even lie to you. The freedom that I feel, like the fact that I'm in town for the Knicks game tonight. I was just in town, I went to Boston for the Celtics game. I'm with my bros. I'm with my family. No one can tell me no. But you have to be a creative. That's why you're going to be fine. And y'all going to be fine. Because the one thing you have to be more than anything is creative. You got to think. So my thing is this. I'm going to ask you a question. If you're really good at something, why would you let someone put a cap on how much you can make doing it? If you're really good at it, that makes no sense, right? So let me give you an example. Like I said, when I worked at Warner, I was just watching the game the other day. And I heard a song that I made when I was at Warner. And I'm like, fuck. I'm still making the money. Now, I got Ivory Scott signed to me. I got A1 signed to me. I got writers and producers signed to me. And I make money from those 6 figures a year from those people. And I'll never have to talk to them again. I don't have to talk to Warner no more, but I don't make no money from them. So my thing was, well, shit, it is sexy in the beginning, having a job and everything else, but nigga, these artists are signing to these labels and these companies thinking they're signing to you, the person not knowing that you could get fired and the company still owns them.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, my point is that it's going to be a lot of, the greatest thing that can happen to anybody at a record label is they lose their job. Because what's going to happen is they're going to have to hustle. And when they hustle, they're going to realize how much time they have to hustle.
Everybody ain't built for that hustle.
A lot of people ain't built for hustle.
They are. But listen, let me tell you something. If you're built to post pictures, but that's why I go back to what I said. If you got to be creative in 2024, you can't post a picture of your kids and thinking you're going to attract work. You got to post your work. Why is nobody posting their work? If I'm an engineer, I'm posting my mixes.
Ray, niggas ain't built to hustle.
I get it.
If everybody was built to hustle, we wouldn't stand out.
Yeah.
It would be no need for us. We wouldn't be a commodity, nigga. And so everybody, the reason why we do what we do and can do what we do and pick up the phone and say, yo, nigga, I need money, and you've done this because you've made people money.
But hit me out. Me and you are different. We are visionaries. Way different. Visionary is the vision for the hustle. A hustler, it's little boys on the corner selling crack right now, getting crack from a crack dealer who's telling them how to sell it. They don't know where the crack come from, how to make it. If they was real hustlers, they be making it themselves. No, bro, you have to start somewhere. And what I mean is by just being a freelance worker. And everybody needs jobs right now, dog. You can hustle and drive Uber. I'm not saying hustlers got to be a millionaire, but I'm saying it's in today's market, you can literally say, all right, I'm going to be in the music business Monday through Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to be an Uber driver. And no one will see you. Shit, go to Macon and Uber drive. Go to Long Island drive. Go to Staten Island. You don't want nobody to see you.
No. They're going to see you. So, no.
Okay, okay.
Take it from a nigga who did that. No.
Niggas is gonna see you, bro.
Okay, hit me out.
Ray, take it from a nigga who did it. See, you saying that because you didn't have to do it.
I did it.
I did it.
Listen to the man.
Oh, they was seeing me. That's how he be like, how do you know how to hide? Be like this. I was driving. He'd be like, what are you doing now? Working. He's like, hold up. You get to talk on the phone and work? Aren't they gonna fire you? Nope.
I work for myself.
No. I had a job doing this.
Oh, okay.
I would be barking on people. Then he'd be like, yo, we gotta go
I'll
there.
be on the phone with him. I'll be like, yo, bro, you gotta get off that fucking
But can I say something though?
Niggas gonna see you.
Okay, can I say something though? Even if niggas do see you, so what? Nigga,
No,
hit me out. Why I say that?
That's bad marketing.
No, it's
and
not.
promo.
It's actually.
I think it's bad marketing.
I think it's
Bad
great marketing
marketing.
and promo. I think it's great marketing and promo.
Why?
Because I think celebrities back in the day had to show you they weren't like you to be big. Now to be a celebrity, you have to show people you like them.
Ray Daniels.
You're
talking from a mature man standpoint. Would you stop it?
Yes.
When all these people is watching, if a nigga sees you driving the Uber, doing all sorts of wild shit. No. If I see Ray Daniels driving a Uber,
I'm not gonna drive
you
Uber, though.
cannot talk that shit on
about
this
them
camera.
Hit me out. Okay.
What are you talking about?
Hit me out. Hit me out. I'm in a different tax bracket where I should be driving Ubers. But if I motherfucking
That makes sense.
no, I'm in a different tax bracket.
We're not
Nigga, if I drove an Uber all month, I still don't have enough to pay 2 of my mortgages.
We're not talking about your tax bracket. We're
saying,
talking about the look.
But I can do something else.
We're talking about the look. You said if somebody else is popping,
Yes.
no, it doesn't work for Ray
no.
Daniels, and
No.
it's not going to work for somebody else
No,
neither.
it's not
You're
gonna
going to be
work for
looked at as a fucking herd.
I can work in the medical field.
No, you cannot.
Selling pharmaceuticals.
You go over there
Monday through Friday.
And when you come on this camera, you better talk to me about vitamin C, motherfucker.
Hold on. As soon as I say to them, see, when you try to laugh at me, he's driving pharmaceuticals, he's not working on a label. As soon as I say to them, I'm making more driving pharmaceuticals than I did on a
Nobody's
label.
gonna care.
Nobody's gonna care no more. Exactly.
No.
Nobody's
gonna
can
care
hustle.
that you make
Everybody's
the
going to say,
money.
go do that. Don't talk to me about
Don't talk
this.
about none of that
Of course,
bullshit.
that's different. Now, hold on. Now, see, y'all I'm thinking we talking about the job. I'm not thinking about a podcast. No. Mind you, I'm talking about my job. I'm talking about my podcast. Now, you can't do that. Now, you're right. You can't be driving. Tell me how to do pharmaceuticals, nigga. But what I am saying, I'm talking about the job, though.
No, the job is not an issue.
Okay, look at it from this standpoint. Okay, I got one message to everybody who got fired. Here's my message to them. You ready? There are 52 million songs being uploaded every year. That's 52 million opportunities for someone to pay you to help them with your expertise. My life became better when I stopped trying to be A&R for somebody else and I became head A&R for myself. Go out there and talk to those kids that upload music. They need help. Talk to them. It's not going to be fun. I'm not going to lie. It's not fun. It's not fun.
They're not going to be patient.
Because they don't understand. They ain't got the patience, but you will make your money and you will build your brand and you will build your company. And the best part about it is that it's yours.
I got some advice for them.
Go ahead.
Everybody in the music business is not going to make it. Sometimes it's going to take you 10 years to get back to where you needed to be.
That's
it took
a
me
fact.
10 years, right? But the biggest thing that what you got to know is this. A lot of y'all is going to get another shot. When you get another shot, understand what happened to you this first time. When you go back into that label, be able and understand you have to build relationships outside and start building things for yourself or while you're at that label. Don't ever forget that because if they did it once, they'll do it again and be prepared.
And not only that, all of the companies are owned by someone that doesn't live in the U.S. We're the biggest money maker. The Universal is owned by the French. or Sony is owned by the Japanese, and Warner is owned by a Russian. So they don't care about our politics over here. So you gotta build yourself. By the way, I think everyone should have a podcast. I think everyone, even if you got 500 listeners and those 500 are your customers, who cares? The problem we're looking at is how everyone wants to go big fast. And you gotta have confidence in yourself while you're small to know that I'm gonna be big one day.
Yes.
And that's where I'm at. I feel big as I ever felt, and I don't have a job. Imagine how free I feel.
Now, I got one other thing to say. I'm going to bring this up. Hitmaker was just on the show with
Shout out
us.
to my brother Hitmaker.
And he said that he needed me back in the music business managing, and he also said he wanted you back in the building, in the position. And in some way, we need both of y'all, meaning me and you, back into the music business. And I'm going to say that I strongly considered what he said, and I am going to jump back into
But here's the angle,
music
though.
business, but I'm not going to jump in just managing.
Because to go back to what was cut, it was mainly like radio people, A&Rs, and they're focusing on social and digital at these labels. Is the entry gonna be social and digital along with the experience that we all have? Meaning, you guys understand what it is to cultivate artists. It's the future now merging a podcaster who's already done this. Like, but y'all guys are anomalies. This how many more
But
of y'all?
this is the beginning.
Yeah, this is the beginning.
This
though.
is the beginning.
Yes. That's the money play.
It's the beginning because listen, if a label was really smart, if we want to talk about it, they would say, "Yo, I'm gonna go get SO and Ray right now. I'm not even gonna wait. Let me go get them right now."
They know how to run social.
But hear me out. I'm gonna answer your question. My answer is no. I don't want to work for a company. And the reason why I don't want to work for a company is because I know how much work it's going to take to turn it around and how much luck you're going to need. Okay. First of all, the only way I will ever consider working with a company, because I never worked for a company, working with a company is if they are saying, Ray, come do what you do. If they do that, but I know that's not going to happen.
What does that mean?
Meaning the music business is filled with dummies. The department should not be fucking spread out. It should be all working together.
Consolidated?
Right? It needs to be consolidated. So why don't the music business look at themselves as mass media companies? Why don't they? Because they just want to sell music. They don't even understand music is background noise now because there's too much of it. So it's kind of like it's a million songs uploaded a week. It's all background noise. And now it's like, how can I get my 13 to the forefront? That's what they're trying to figure out. Guess how? Media. Media controls how we think. Media controls what we do. So why don't labels look at themselves as mass media companies? I don't get. But I know why. Because they're not smart at the top. They want to maintain their jobs. And to be honest with you, here's why I don't feel sorry for some of the people. I used to work at Interscope 2014-15. If you call Aaron Bayshuk, CEO of Warner right now, you can ask him on my kids. I will go to him and be like, the revolution is happening outside. We in trouble. This is 15. Mind you, if you look at market share now, Universal is no longer the number one in market share. And they've been number one since I've been in the business, 20 years. You know who's number one now? Independents. Independents have caught Universal. Why that? If I'm in a label, I'm watching that, I'm scared to death.
Is that why 40% got cut?
Guess why? We realizing we paying all this money to y'all, and they still catching us.
But this is my point now. Listen.
Yeah.
I'll let you say all that. I'll let you say all that to say this, right? That's the reason why. The reason why when you said media, right, is the reason why I said if I was the record labels, I would go get them two niggas right now. It's not just for the purpose of running your label or just.
Oh, absolutely.
It's the gamut of we know how the music works, right?
Already.
On all ends, on all gimmicks, from creating it to marketing and promoting it, to taking it to the club, exposing it to the DJ, and then to the radio stations, right? But that gap in between where you're forcing it through the media and online, that's where we're at already.
But guess what? We don't have to force.
And listen, but the easiest way to get the force is I go bring them in, right?
And it's already up.
Every artist, we controlling the game right now.
I did an interview with Connie Diamond. I don't know if the average person watching knows who Connie Diamond is.
But we had Connie Diamond on the show.
I'm just saying the average person. But I know the average person knows who Timbaland is.
Yeah.
Right? So Connie wants to work with Timbaland. I'm on the show. I called Timbaland and Timbaland goes off. Connie,
I saw the
Yeah, we saw the clip.
Why wouldn't Def Jam see that all over the internet? Now it's interesting because the one thing that we don't factor in, the one human nature that always wins, is FOMO. Fear of missing out is the one human emotion that wins every time. I don't give a fuck what's going on. That's why we're going to wait in line for them Apple phones. That's why we're going to wait in line for them sneakers. That's why we're going to pay the premium because we don't want to be without. So with that being said, how do you make an artist relevant? Make the fans feel like they're missing out.
Yeah.
Show Timbaland going crazy for her. Now people going to say, oh shit, I got to check her out. Why wouldn't you do that? They still trying to push the music. And the problem is that, and here's the real reason, they rather push your music than push you because they make more money off their music than they do
Of course. That's the
But my
bottom
thing is
line.
that if you push me, then I can make the music more relevant and now everybody wins. They don't know how to break artists. They only know how to break records.
Let me say something to you. I was consulting for a label. That's another way that they could bring us in, and we could have a lot of freedom. We can do.
I can do that all day.
Yeah, the label consulting is beautiful
So,
when done right.
I'm consulting for a label up here at the time. I'm on the other show at the time, and I'm telling them this is what's coming. Like, this is how you break the artist. This is what you do. Yo, give me this act. Boom, boom, boom. The act starts moving, but the act doesn't have the record at the time, right? So they got other artists there. You're going to figure out the labels. I'm going to tell it. So the other artists there, right? So when all that stuff goes on with Gunna, so they don't listen to me. I say, you got to go online first and then backdoor it, pause, to radio and music. Because once you go online and we can spend less money there and make it strong there, you're going to force, they all listening to what's going on because the kids want to hear it.
Gotta tell them what to think.
I thought my way around it. Easy, right? Nah, we just going to go straight to radio. We going to go straight to radio. Fast forward. Gunna is an issue with the label, 300, right? I'm sitting back watching them like, how the fuck is they getting Gunna around? It's slipping my face. It's slipping past right by my face, right? The big wig who did it, who hired me at the label, which was 300, because we know about Gunna, he said, yo, Esso, I used your strategy.
Yeah.
I'm like, after I'm gone,
You now do it.
you use my strategy for
But that's out
Gunna,
of desperation.
right? So even out of desperation, they had nothing else. So when I called my man Clue, he said, damn, they ain't throw you a bag at least for saying, like, yo, your shit worked. Did they bring you back to the label? I said, nah. They just told me that the shit worked.
But
my
now,
nigga.
now that's the blueprint that all these record labels are looking to go for: digital and social. That is the play now.
By the way, that is the only play.
Yes.
Casa not. That's why people get mad when I say he's an artist. Him and that kid, Aiden Ross, and these dreamers, they're teaching you the power of celebrity.
Yes.
So they're
absolutely.
saying, I'm going to be at Times Square and 10,000 kids show up. Who you think's a celebrity now? So now, meanwhoile, you, dog, let me tell you what, can I be honest with you? Man, listen, we got to just fucking say it, bro.
Let's
the
go
people
for it.
at the labels are lame. No. A cool nigga can only tell another nigga how to be cool. A lame can't. And we're in the cool business. And guess what? I turned myself up. So I got more popularity than most artists right now.
That's a fact.
And nigga, at that moment, would you say, Ray, come over here and show us how to do that cool shit?
I got a call from a big DJ today. He said, let's talk real. There's no hot rappers out right now. There's nobody coming. There's no rappers coming.
None.
You know who's the most relevant rapper right now?
He said the hottest nigga in New York, he called me. He said, it's you.
Yeah, I know, nigga. Hold on, nigga. I'm in New York. I'm at my family's still up here. I'm in the front of the building in Harlem. What you doing up here? I'm gonna do a show tomorrow. Who show you doing? SO? Yeah, SO. Nigga, your name ringing. That's my point.
It's nobody doing
But that's my
nothing.
point. What are you doing super besides showing you everyone who SO is and giving us a look in? Artists, what they would be doing is they would take a T-shirt and send it downstairs and say, everybody buy my T-shirt. No, nigga, they gonna buy the shirt because you're wearing it. You can't send your music down and tell me and SO go promote your music. Nigga, we need you.
Yeah, you gotta come downstairs.
We need you or your story.
Yeah, come downstairs.
We need you to come downstairs because they gonna be wanting to talk to us about other people's music. And you're gonna be mad at us because they only want to talk to us about your other shit. You like talk about my shit. Nigga, you ain't down here. Come sit down here with me, and that's the problem. And they don't know how to go direct to consumer, and people like us do, and that's why I can't take a job because nigga, dog.
What if they pay us right though?
I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be honest with you, bro.
Come on, Ray.
It's no amount of money you can pay to make me. I mean, let's say they said $5 million a year. I'm taking it knowing that I'm going to sit down and do this and only this for the next few years because they're paying. The more they pay you, the more they expect. Nigga, pay attention. Just pay attention. Pay attention to what these labels have been doing for years. They hire niggas that are hot. They hired Paul Rosenberg. You know they hired Paul Rosenberg? Because what rapper on Def Jam could say a fucking word about Eminem? He built something bigger than everybody on his label. That's why they hired him. But guess what, guys? Paul doesn't give a fuck about nothing more than Eminem. So while they're running label meetings, guess what Paul was? He was on tour with Eminem.
He showed that.
So my point is this.
You
see what I'm trying to say? Yes. So my point is this, is that the niggas that can, now mind you, if Paul really cared, like about Def Jam more than he did M and his shady shit, he probably would have took Def Jam to the furthest. But Paul is smart. He's saying they're paying me X amount of dollars a year and they can fire me tomorrow. Shady is mine. M is mine. I can go make, and I can make the same amount of money and not do none of that shit. So when you start looking at an SO, it's like you can't just offer SO a bag. SO really got to sit down and ask himself, do I want to share half I'm already cutting short on time. Now I want to cut time out for y'all because y'all giving me a check that's taxed. And I got to also show up because someone is like, we pay you. Dog, the niggas that are qualified to do the job don't want to do it. And that's the truth. That's what we don't like to talk about. That's what we don't like to acknowledge. The niggas that are qualified to do the job.
It's because of money?
It's because of money. Let me tell you what it is.
Money.
Let me tell you something. Not to put my business out there. When I signed NLE Chopper lawyer from that one deal made more off that one deal than I made my whole year at Warner. So you start, and by the way, his lawyer, Donald, is my nigga. So I'm looking at it like, damn, nigga, and you ain't got to come to this motherfucker for the next 364 days. Meanwhile, I'm getting paid less than that, and I got to show up to this bitch when they call me, dress how they want me, doing what they want me to do, working on shit they don't want me to do. And I'm like, nigga, dog, I can hustle up. And between my consultancies and my pod, I make exactly what I made at Warner now. And by the way, I have 90% of the time available. So my thing is, when you start looking at it from that standpoint, it's like, why the fuck would I want to go?
I do have a lot of freedom.
That's what nothing is better than freedom. I am a free nigga. And it's rare. Ye is a free nigga. It's only a few free niggas. I'm a free nigga. And by the way, I don't have no hate for nobody. I got love for everybody. I don't even have no hate for Tamira Manager. I just hate what he's doing.
How did we get back to
Can I tell you why I do that? I'm good at podcasting, Space Ghost. Because I can see someone saying, you hated him earlier. Yeah. No, I don't hate him. I just don't like how he moved. But back to my point. I don't have hate. I have nothing but love. I can do what I want. I can go home tonight if I want. I can go home tomorrow if I want. No one controls me. And I love that freedom. And here's the wild part. Why the fuck would you want to? You should actually use me as the sword. Nigga, what better sword to swipe than me or Esso? If I'm the CEO of a label, I'm paying you to just be myself.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm giving you $300,000 a year just to show up to A&R meetings and show up to signing meetings and then go home.
Here's the reality about a sword. Sometimes,
pull me out with a swipe, nigga.
Don't be pulling. Yo, I got two niggas that can do whatever the fuck I need them to do at any point in time, nigga.
You know the one
thing. This is a good fucking show. If somebody watching, they better get this. This the one. Yeah, I wish I was on my show right now. This is the one, nigga. Let's go.
You know what a sword can do to you that people never expect, but these motherfuckers know? It could chop your own head off.
Yep.
And these people, I always tell Esso this. I said, these people that's in these positions, they know how to really observe a person who's better than them, and they're like, if this person comes in, I'm done.
I'll tell people,
I'm done.
If everybody's losing, not one person can punish everybody because not one person won. Everybody's losing. No one's breaking artists. As long as no one's breaking artists, we're all safe. The minute that one of you niggas do, that's why I push so hard. Because the minute that one of you niggas do something to break an artist, you will be filthy rich. Because everybody's going to open up their pipeline just to come to you because everybody's dick riders. Nobody's thinking for themselves. And that's the truth. And I hate being a dick rider.
Why don't we
hate the way it feels.
So why don't we just get one? Because we got everybody. We got all.
Can I tell you what I would do? Can I tell you what I would do if I was a label? I would give BagFuel and the GAUDS Show a label deal.
I've been trying to get. I've been trying to get Jimmy Nichols. I've been trying to get Jimmy Nichols to do this shit for over a year, and he's like, we can't figure it out. I said, if you bring us to Atlantic, which has a media background, do you know how I'm going to cook on that?
Hold on, can I tell you something? No, but here's the problem. The problem is that, and by the way, that's my brother. He's still auditioning. That's what nobody wants to admit. Everyone in them buildings, it's only a few people that aren't auditioning right now. Top Dog, he ain't auditioning. P, Coach, they not auditioning. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like, I gotta go take everybody else. Cash Money, they don't audition. Everybody else, if they got a label deal, they gotta audition. Unless they have puts in their deal or they have their own money where they saying, fuck you if you don't, because P will cut you a check out his pocket if he had to. And Top built his shit and will cut a check if he have to. There's only a few niggas that don't audition. Everybody else that is at a label right now, whether you're an A&R, have a label deal, they're auditioning. And the part that bothers me is that I know they audition, they know they audition, but they outside acting like they on. And it's like, nigga, that's fucking that's what they call that shit. What do you fucking false advertising? Because you tell everybody you can do something that you can't do. And that's what I was when I was at a label. I just never acted like I could do it.
I mean, you're...
Because I would, though, you know why so many talent fuck with me? Because when I worked at a label, I would meet them and I'd be like, yo, you dope. I don't know if they're going to see that, though, because they only see numbers. Like, I was honest with talent. They loved me for that. Because I'm not going to be like, you're dope. And then I go in there and be like, oh. They didn't want it. Now you looking at me like I thought I was dope.
That's what niggas
you
do.
are dope.
That's what
they
niggas
just,
do.
That's what
niggas do.
numbers.
I want to ask this, right? When should an artist or a label give up on a single? Because I see people say, I got a single coming out. And I'm asking you two guys, because y'all really had hit singles. When is it time to give up on a hit single? Or never. I agree.
Okay. Never give up on a hit single. Never give up on a hit single because it's all about timing. But that doesn't mean don't stop putting out more. Just don't give up on the old one. Don't stop pushing it. Don't stop promoting it. Don't stop none of that shit.
Now, the reason why I ask, because I've seen artists, they put out something, it might not work within the first 2 months, and they just...
That's not long enough.
Yeah.
Pause.
And I always remember what Little John did with that album, with that single, that he worked. Nobody...
Which one, Bia?
Yeah. And he just kept pushing it, and then...
But Little John was in a special position to do that.
I understand.
He already had relationships with DJs. He was at Jermaine Dupri's label. He was, you know what I'm saying? He already had musical background and he had relationships that he could keep pushing.
Think about Lola Brooke's single. People, when they first heard it, we like, this is 2 years old.
But they never really pushed it the other time. When she got with Sav, that's when they put the money behind it.
But there's some people, if they don't rock within the first 2 or 3, it took people to say,
they don't got no money.
I get where you're coming from, but what I'm trying to get you to understand the mentality is some people be like, oh, it ain't work. And even though it takes money, that single was moving already. They were able to...
What's moving?
All right, listen. The Lola Brooke single, they were able to identify and come back. It had been out already, and they repackaged it. There's some people like, oh, it didn't work. We ain't gonna put no money behind it.
She would have did the same thing. That's what you don't understand. When they decide to like you, you put a record out, right? Ray Daniels catches you later on. You put the record out. It doesn't even matter. Let me hear your music. That's the record. Yo, that's 2 years old. I don't give a fuck. Don't nobody know about it. All right? You bring it into the label. Yo, this shit could work. Leave the bitch on it. Bong, 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 bong. Now we gonna put the money behind it. That's all.
I agree with you on that.
That's all that is. But you're talking about people who just taking it and just trying to throw it out. If Lola Brooke didn't, if she didn't bump into Sav or whatever the situation was to bring them to the label to be able to put the force behind it, it would have been the same situation.
All right. So then we've had artists who put out singles and it don't work. Is it just because it didn't work? The public don't fuck with it?
There was no connectivity.
All right.
Connectivity is what makes a record.
But what type of artist are you talking about? Because Lola was a different situation. You talking about somebody
but we've seen
who had something prior and trying to
but we've seen artists put out a single, it's on the radio, and then we don't hear. Like, perfect example, what's the dude?
Why things don't work? It could be 50 million things.
Yeah,
it could be, okay, they run out of the budget. The person at the label who signed you gets fired and they not putting no shit behind you no more. It doesn't connect to the shit. The DJs don't fucking like it. It's 50 million reasons why a record's not gonna work.
But that's why I said, when should you give up on it? That's really the thought process of it.
Never.
But I don't know if Esso agrees.
If you ain't got no money,
I agree with you.
Can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story I just heard? Can I tell you a story I just heard last week? It was ill. Juju told it to me. It was a guy who I guess had a record deal in the 80s. He put the song out in the 80s. This is when there was no DIY. This is when he was on a label. The record didn't work. The label dropped him. The song became the song of the South African Revolution, or No, this is crazy. And Nas sampled it on his album, but it became the song of a South African revolution, and they basically used the song was the motivation to overtake the government. And in South Africa, this guy's like Michael Jackson. He never knew he's working a construction job, and then somebody got in touch with him because they thought he wasn't living. And they found out, and they flew him to South Africa, and he did a show. Imagine working a construction job right here, and he does a show in front of 60,000 people and in a stadium singing this one song. And he didn't even know. So my point is that when you're an artist, instead of just putting out music, find a moment to connect it to. Find him. My little bro, Lil Donald. Lil Donald has his biggest song is "Do Better." Why is that his biggest song? Because somehow it got leaked. It was right around when the time when NBA YoungBoy beat up his girlfriend, and it was like footage of it. And then that song became the song for that moment of ladies do better. You don't have to let a nigga beat on you, and that's why the record works. Artists think it's about putting out a song. It's not about putting out a song. It's about attaching a song to something. So when you think about Money Long Made for Me, you think about the videos of people doing it. That's the connectivity.
Twin.
Where you been? So they gave the song a moment for us to share. And now because we've seen everybody else post on moments, the song is stuck in our fucking head. That's how going viral works. But if you're an artist, just find a song. Dog, I cannot hear a change is gonna come. When I hear, I was born in the river, I cannot not see Denzel Washington's face with that camera trick that Spike Lee does and knowing he about to die. And then the old woman stops him and be like, we praying for you. Yeah. Jesus got you. Dog, songs need connectivity. And it always needed it, but now it really needs it because it's 150,000 a day. So nigga, you either hitting the lottery or you hitting the spot you wanted to hit and you saying, direct hit, let's keep going. Now let's doing that. So it's not hard, and that's what I'm trying to say. But here's what the problem with labels. What I just said, empowered talent. How can I tell you to sign to me and give me all your rights away and I give you a royalty when I'm telling you at the other hand that I need you to blow your song up? Now talent is like, well, why the fuck, for just this check? That's why the game is being cleansed now. That's why the indies is catching it, because you don't need much. Dog, do y'all know Sexy Red is 100% independent? Do y'all know Ice Spice is 100% independent?
How? She signed to Lucian.
No, she signed to Lucian's son. Lucian's son left. He is another guy that don't have to audition.
No, clearly.
But how's she independent? Because he left, he took her with him?
Because meaning he's independent because, okay, so what makes you independent is you don't have a promo staff. Like, so what makes a label is having a promo staff, right? Okay. So like Island Records, for example. Island Records is a major label, but their promo staff is Republic's. That's why if you pay attention when Universal did, they put East Coast under Monty, West Coast under Janik. Those are two guys. You can run your thing, but those are two guys, when it's time to go all the way to the top and promo and strategy and all the other stuff, that's where they come in. So a lot of these, you're independent if you don't have a promo staff. Like Gamma has the same amount of money as probably Def Jam does, but...
Ain't that Larry Jackson shit?
Yeah, Larry Jackson.
But it's two things that Gamma doesn't have. It doesn't have catalog. That's why they bought Video.
Yeah.
Because they needed something to come in.
And they're still trying to figure out what to do with Video.
We've gotten the calls. They still bought it, but they still bought it. But they
talked about wanting to do some business with us too, and then never called back. Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird. Like,
if you're in the video and you see, like, it should be weird to me. You know what I mean?
But my point is this: is that so when I say independent, that just means you're not attached to a major label. Sexy Red has independent, but you got to also look at it like this: the splits are different. The splits are way different. Ice Spice is signed to Lucian's son. Lucian's son, now don't get me wrong, the dad did give him the startup money. He did give him the startup money, but you see he left.
I didn't know he left.
Well, he had Warner now. Lucian, dog, that was the first, like, hold up.
I mean, but that's a major play, so now they own both labels.
No, that's not why it happened.
So now they
Lucian couldn't get the board at Universal to give his son the deal he wanted. Oh, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, like, nobody is in control, man. Nobody's in control, man. That's why we're fucked up. You don't have bosses saying, fuck that. If that was Jimmy Iovine would have said, well, I'm quitting, and if I can't get mine.
Tommy Mottola would have been like, bro. Suck dick.
Yeah.
I'm done. But Lucian let his son go to Warner. Warner gave him a better deal. Dog,
interesting.
The game, and then guess what?
No one's in control.
Ice Spice is not with Universal no more. She's on Warner now. Nigga, Trippie Redd is on Warner. Todd Moskowitz, when he left Universal to go to Sony, Lil Durk is on Sony now. What's the kid? Rod Wave is on Sony now. They took all their artists to Sony. Those are artists that own their shit. Those are the guys that don't need to audition. Everybody else that has to go in the room and say, hey, this is something I want to do, they're auditioning, guys. Because someone has to say yes, and then that person that says yes controls how the money gets spent. That's the difference. And to be honest with you, I'm not nowhere near the financial place that P and them got to. I'm not going to front like I am. I'm good. But what I will tell you is that's when I started spending my money. And everything that pays me today is something that I put $1 in. Not something that you gave me and I helped you and then you gave. No, everything I'm getting paid for is something that I put $1 in. I invest in myself.
Can we jump out of the music business?
Sure.
I had posted a clip on Instagram, right? I had sent you a collaboration. You didn't accept it, which was smart at the time. However,
he didn't accept my collab.
No.
Still going viral.
However, though,
this nigga's crazy.
You are a psychic because you when that clip went through, everyone said Ray's a liar.
Which one?
The one where he
Atlanta,
said everybody in Atlanta's fucking each other.
Everybody in Atlanta's fucking same people.
And now, because of that, Donald Trump just dropped his sneakers because of your prediction. Let's keep it real, Ray. They looked at you crazy, said he don't know nothing about Atlanta, and now what you broke down is why Trump is going to be able to win the presidency.
Bro, I'm not a psychic. I'm just out here, and I'm an observer.
He said I'm outside.
And I'm telling you that. You see what happened with Fonnie? Fonnie was messing with the guy next to her. Dog, you got other people.
I heard she's messing with gang members too.
Yeah, but my point is this: is that because in Atlanta, we don't. It's not like I don't know about other cities where it's like the gangsters eat here, and the politicians eat there. In Atlanta, we all eat at the same places. We all going to the same places. I was in the club. Dog, look at this. We had a party the other night. In Atlanta. That's the last thing I posted.
I'm going to be in Atlanta tomorrow.
Listen, it's a party at the other night. Dog, that's me and Killer Mike. That's our party. Killer Mike is there, our party. But look, that's Kurt Mayor, Andre, and the other mayor, Keisha right there. Like, bro, we are mixing, and we mixy.
Because
Atlanta is different. Somebody is going, and we all at the table.
Because we had to give you your flowers, because when we first spoke about
that's why I didn't want to post it, though, because you got to remember.
Now you can post that.
I don't want to. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. Because you know why? Because remember.
They're going to call you Rico Daniels?
No, I'm getting the calls from the mayor's team, like, hey, he's running for 2025. I'm getting called from the people who's about to run for the DA, Fonnie's job. The guy is like, I want you on the front steps. It's a city where it's like, we all are cool, we all are friends, we all are black, and we govern our fucking selves.
Hello. Record labels now. So hire Ray Daniels because he's going to make sure your artists don't get hit with a RICO down here. Because this is this is really a soap opera with Atlanta. To have the district attorney, the head lady of the whole state, not even Atlanta, of Georgia, let's give her proper credit, to be out there putting her side nigga in position, messing with gang members, allegedly going after Trump. You couldn't even write this. Tyler Perry could not write this shit.
Tyler Perry's a trash writer, that's why.
That's why he would. Can I say no? The DA would be gay when Tyler Perry wrote it. The DA be gay sleeping with his gay male assistant while his wife is there. That's how he would write it. I'm just being honest. That is how he
He's super duper trashy.
But he's talking to his audience.
I don't understand the Tyler Perry empire, but it's okay.
He's talking to his audience, and we're not his audience.
Clearly.
That's what it is. But my point is that, dog, like I said before, you got to remember, we're all going to be in the same places. I don't know about other cities. When I was in the Bronx, I never seen Mayor David Dinkins.
Nah.
And I damn sure, what was Koch?
You left the Bronx too fast.
No, but my point is that if I did see him, it would be in passing, waving. In Atlanta, I'm going to see you at the table. I'm at Bar Margot, you at Bar Margot. I'm at this restaurant, you at that restaurant. I'm in Magic, you in Magic. I'm in R&B Wednesday, you in R&B Wednesday. We see each other. Listen, everybody's fucking. And here's my problem. I don't want to do that. Do y'all know what Nancy Reagan's nickname was in Hollywood?
Yeah. She was known for giving great head.
Blowjob Nancy.
Yeah.
That was her nickname.
Like she became
the first lady. Who cares? Yeah. That's my point. Black people, we just care because there's some tea. But it's like the reality is that Fonnie fucking somebody.
Yeah.
And a woman in power she wants to get fucked too, just like men in power want to fuck. So my thing is, who can a woman in power fuck? She can only fuck another man in power or somebody in proximity. In Atlanta, our proximity works because we all see each other.
But Ray, you said this a few moments ago. if you gonna go after people and put them on blast, make sure your shit is clean. And
that's why I didn't put my shit on blast.
No, but to be
my shit
fair,
ain't clean out here.
No,
I'm having just as much fun. So I don't want to put. So I can't put that one out because I'm a part of the congregation.
But
you can talk about it in your church. But I can't let my church see I said that. My church gonna be like, nigga. What can nigga?
Your church seen it already,
They
man.
seen it from y'all. I didn't promote it. If I promoted it, they would have been. And by the way, I know it's great content, but I know 90% of the audience is gonna be like, he ain't wrong. But it's them 10% that you might see in the club that's like, nigga, what are you doing? Nigga, that's not
like
secrets. Come on, bro. It's Atlanta, man. It's a beautiful place.
no, I love it. And people are killing Fonny, but you got to give her credit. The dude, she put him in position and gave him $600 to $700K.
I ain't got no problem with
Okay,
finding a black woman looking out for a black man.
so but-
up with me,
You up with
Fonny.
me, shorty, on that
But
one.
let me ask you this though. Let's talk about this. Fonny is who's the district attorney in California?
We don't know.
Who's the district
It don't
attorney?
matter.
That's my point. Fonny is the most famous district attorney in
But you know where she got the playbook from.
No, but hear me out. I just want to say this. Giuliani,
which is smart.
Which is smart. But I'm saying Fonny is so. Here's a good example. See how he can say that? I know Giuliani because I don't just talk shit if I'm not in it. I don't. I study. I watch this shit. But back to what I was saying. But my thing that you gotta know about Fonny is she's going after two of the most polarizing humans on earth. Nigga, this girl has to have armed guards at her house. Everywhere she go, who else can she fuck? Who else can she fuck? A guard or a lawyer? So bitch probably one of the fucking niggas she could talk to about. We gotta stop being scared. Listen, there's two things I want to accomplish by the end of this statement. We gotta stop judging women for wanting the same thing men want, because that's not fair. But ladies, we gotta stop judging men for doing what they've been doing since the beginning of history, because women is showing you it's a natural progression.
You said that to us
It's a
long time ago.
Nigga, my husband is at home and I'm at late night with this motherfucker. Nigga, who do you think I'm gonna be closer to? We working, we in the trenches together. Then after we finish that, then it's like, let's go get a drink. Then you start talking about your personal business. Somebody's gonna fuck.
And she gonna be like, yo, I'm gonna blow you. I got
Somebody is gonna fuck.
I got you, my
And my
nigga,
thing
you
is this:
good.
that should have nothing to do with it. That should have nothing to do with it. But she went after Trump, and I would have told her, clean your shit up. Thug and them might not be as sophisticated to do what Trump did, but Trump gonna come after your ass. And by the way, Trump was gonna lose because he's on tape. All he wanted to do was buy himself time to November.
Yeah.
Because when
And he
November
did it.
come, and when November come, he gonna win the presidency, and he gonna put the hammer down on everybody who was against him, and everybody's afraid of that shit.
Let me tell you something. Yo, let me ask you a question. You know where Trump is from, right?
Yo,
No, tell him Esso.
Queens.
I love that shit. He's from Queens, nigga.
Yo, there's a person you sat down with,
Okay,
Dame Dash.
love him.
And we saw a video of Cameron and Mace giggling at the fact that they might have potentially purchased his shares.
I don't see that. I don't see how that's possible because I heard Hove and Biggs would have to approve it. That means Hove really squash shit with Cam and gonna let him buy Rockefeller.
But Cam and Hope is cool now.
Word?
I
Yeah,
mean,
they cool now. Cam and Hope is cool.
Oh shit! I
could
didn't
you
know that.
imagine? But Esso asked the question: should Dame have just settled his pride and just let the deal happen, take his shares, and go into the sunset?
Okay, well, my thing is this: is that
I want to
Go
hear
ahead.
both of y'all.
No,
thoughts.
my thing is this: is that I don't like talking about speculation.
Yeah, that's true.
But I will say this: I think after interviewing Dame and getting it, and by the way, me and Dame talk all the time now. That was my second time ever having a conversation with him at the end of the interview. But if we did it again, that'd be way different because we talk shit to each other all day. But I will say this: I feel like Dame is really hurt by what his friend did to him. And I feel like what he wants more than anything, because if you pay attention, he kept saying, I don't mind y'all going against me, but why can't it be fair? We came in this game honorable, and now y'all are cheating to beat me, and we never cheat to beat nobody. We was that strong. So I think that he's hurt, and I think that the Rocka, because he even said on my show, he said, Rockefeller is mine. I'm still the CEO. We sold Rockefeller CEO. He said we sold Rockefeller LLC to Def Jam. We didn't sell Rockefeller Inc. Rockefeller Inc. is what owns the asset, Reasonable Doubt. But let's be clear, Dame is going to pay them people that money. He not going to lose that Reasonable Doubt thing. like to me, that's Jay-Z is probably the greatest rapper of all time, widely considered, and that's his first album. Do you know how much that shit gonna be worth 100 years from now?
And that's what
And you
what I
want
was
them
talking
shares
about.
in the Stash family. So I think he's gonna find. I think he'd much rather find a way to pay that money, and that he because remember it was just he got a lawsuit against him.
Yes.
And they was like, collect the money. He wasn't paying, so they like, we're gonna collect your assets. And probably the only asset that's still in his name, because of where he is probably Rockefeller Inc. He's on record saying all my shows in his name. So I see them coming after that. It's kind of like saying, SO saying I'm broke. Yeah, but you got a house. And I think that's what really is happening right now. But I think it's all just like internet, like speculations
bullshit,
to be
yeah.
funny. Jay-Z and Dame, I believe that in the next few years they're gonna get together, and I believe it because that's his friend, bro.
Both niggas gotta look at it like that.
They
bro.
both friends, bro.
But it don't. Both niggas gotta look at it like that.
But Dame is. Here's the crazy part. Dame is playing the game he always played, and Jay is always playing the game. He playing the game he always played, which is Jay is
But
always.
you know
been
what's the
quiet.
fucked up part about that, Ray? Then that means the only way they're gonna come together is based on a tragedy. When you got two strong-minded people like that, the only thing that settles it is a tragedy. When two bulls,
Bro, when you have a
that's
friend,
sad.
Yo, I've had best friends, okay?
Yeah.
All right? And if Dame looked at niggas, Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius. It's very weird.
Jay is a Sagittarius.
I know that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Teach us.
It's very different, right?
Okay.
Like, I've had friends that I looked at as them way more deeply as a friend, right? And when shit hurt me, it would be different because I was always in a power position with niggas. I always had my mother and my father. I was the athlete. You know what I'm saying? I was super duper popular. Every drug dealing gangster fucked with me because I had the bitches and they just fucked with that.
You was yourself.
Nigga had a ghetto pass from Queens to Uptown, nigga, right? So people would do little bullshit like that, right? It builds up with a nigga like a Jay-Z, like a Sagittarius, right? You never gonna really know why he's upset. The only thing that you know, about him being upset is the one little thing that is leaked out is the Aaliyah shit. That's the only thing that's leaked out. But you don't know that nigga, okay? And I understand Dame being on the other side of being heartbroken. It's hard to come back from heartbreak. Heartbreak just don't happen when it's a female, nigga. When it's your man, and you found out that your man ain't your man, it's crazy.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, it be time cause okay, so I was talking to somebody that's really high up in the Rockefeller team, right? And obviously it was weird because it's my nigga, and he came to see me, and he didn't say Dame's name. It was weird. It was kind of like neutral nigga too. One of the rare niggas that was there from like when they was probably at the apartment type shit. And he was like, man, when you did interview with old boy, man, like I was dope, but man, what he didn't talk about was that when you came into Rockefeller, you knew from day one there were two planes flying. It was Dame's plane and it was Jay's plane. And he said, you knew whatever plane you got on, that's who you was with. So he said, as much as he's saying he's hurt, everyone knew they weren't together. It was Jay going that way, Dame going that way. But Dame just in his mind thought on some criminal, like, nigga, we from the street shit. Yeah, nigga, but nigga, we running shit now. So we ain't
based on honor.
Yeah, like, nigga, that's why Dame is super big on like, dog, Dame, one thing I gotta give him. If you get around that nigga, he gonna call his Daniel, his OGs, and put you on FaceTime with him. Like, this is my man, Ray. Like, he's all about honor. And to me, Jay was about, let's get this money. And Dame was like, let's get this money, but let's get this money by not let these pussy-ass niggas be a part of us. And Jay was like, I don't give a fuck, as long as I be the richest probably. I could see that being the way he looked at it. And then Dame finds out from un-interview. Think about that. From an un-interview that Stout was plotting against him. Like, he's like, I'm thinking honestly, from my position, I thought he knew that.
But what about Jay going on vacation and finding out Cam is signing Rockefeller?
You see me and Dame argue about that, and Dame was like,
I'm just saying, with a nigga, I'm gonna take it to the signs. With a Sagittarius nigga, everything is off now.
Everything.
If this nigga comes and brings somebody around me, and these niggas know I don't fuck with this nigga, what is this nigga's problem, Ghost? Why the fuck would he bring this nigga around me and Heineken knows I don't fuck with this nigga? We got issues now. And the issues isn't gonna ever end. I'm never gonna trust him the same again.
Yeah,
nigga.
And I think for Dame, it's like, it ain't really about money, it's kind of about friendship. And I feel like, you know, and then another time is that Jay is probably in a different place now. So he probably don't feel like it's like me. Like I pull up to my block. My
I'm not
father's
there
block
no more,
yesterday,
though.
and I see all my
there.
niggas I grew up with outside in front of the block. Nigga, I'm on my way to eat dinner. I'm not hanging out on the block no more. Like, and I feel like it's kind of that thing where they grew apart, but one got filthy rich and one had to deal with shit that, well, we starting off talking about selling his shares to pay a lawsuit.
It's a different
So
perspective.
it's a different perspective. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, they are heroes,
Do you
bro.
think that you're showing favoritism because you fuck with Dame? And I don't got no problems with Dame. I'm just looking at it from the outside in, and I don't know nothing.
consult that Rock Nation.
I'm just looking at it from these two things.
Jay cuts my checks, by the way. Jay cuts me a check.
Yeah,
every
look.
month.
I'm looking at these two things. You fucked my bitch, right? You signed this nigga when I was on vacation.
In a short time span.
What the fuck are we talking about?
So here's how I look at it. I'm gonna take your guy, probably the biggest artist from Queens ever is 50 Cent.
Okay.
I'm gonna take what 50 Cent words is. Hey nigga, them niggas are friends at the end of the day. If Dame died today, Jay will be at his funeral.
Yeah.
Them niggas is friends.
Okay.
That is not my business. I'm neutral. I'm just trying to, what I'm saying is that I see both sides. One got rich, one went through the struggle. I understand it. So it's kind of like, but the core of it is the problem ain't business. The problem is the friendship.
I grew up with 50 Cent. I don't know this new 50 Cent now, but the 50 Cent that I grew up with,
I hate this nigga.
if you fuck this bitch and you signed a nigga he didn't like, we not friends no
Perfect
more.
example.
What are you talking about?
That's why he's always trolling Diddy.
He's not friends. We not friends,
listen,
nigga.
Listen, I always tell the
What's
story.
50 Cent sign? He a different nigga. He
A cancer, nigga.
No. He's not different.
He's my father's son, and my father is what?
cancer.
No.
My father don't play. He's 81 years old.
Let me-
He's
right,
going
right.
down.
I love him.
He's going down, nigga.
He's going down with his ship.
Yeah,
It's my
he's
ship.
going
This is how I stand. This is my ship, nigga.
Yo, when I seen him have the meeting with these big white executives on the television show, and he found out that Jimmy Henchman got locked up, he stopped the meeting. This was all bigwigs. He said, "Give me a moment," and went on live and laughed with the white people right there. And said, "Ha ha, nigga, you locked up," and went back to his meeting.
He's not.
That's not a nigga
you
who's
just
good.
named a non-forgiving nigga and said, "Well, he even said.
Come on,
he even
Ray.
said it's different."
No. But I'm saying my
He's
thing
not
is this.
forgiving that.
My thing is this: is that
Yo,
Dame and him are friends, and
Word.
one day
Seems like word. Seems like word should be there.
No, hear me out.
It seems like word should be
I don't think
there.
Ray's coming from a different perspective.
Can I be honest with you? I think
I said, seems like.
if Hov stopped today and was like, whatever I got is what I got. Let's sell Rock Nation. I want to retire. I could see him and Dame being friends again. I just think that it's a. I think that this is my theory, by the way. My theory
just
is
your
here's my
thought.
theory. My theory is Jay would like to be cool with him again, but the niggas that's supporting Jay around him now, Dame is
Are
going to
they
disrespect
telling you this
them.
because they cutting you a check? Do you know some inside
No.
information that we don't know?
First of all, I work for Rock Nation, but I'm on the label side. I've never had a meeting with Jay about anything. I
I didn't even know he worked for Rock Nation.
I work for Omar and Shari. That's who I work with. I'm saying I try to get consultant checks, and I'm also running head of A&R for Jordan Peele's entire movie empire. That's gonna get announced soon.
okay, let's go.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like
So you got some checks for me now back in the
Yeah.
music business.
Yeah.
And you know Space Ghost what he do.
Yeah.
I can write
Back in the
great
music
stories.
business.
Oh, I got stories.
I'll tell you something though, you gotta be quiet about it. Because you got niggas that's at the higher ups that are afraid of people like you getting on, and they'll kill you. So I'm just saying that
That's facts.
It's in business and friendship, business always comes first. That's why if you pay attention to mafia movies, they always teach loyalty until it's time bad for business, then you got to get whacked. Right? It's like, that's my friend, but he knows too much. He got to go now because we got to protect the business, right? I believe that Jay probably would like to be friends with him, but people around him like Tata. By the way, this is just my theory. I'm guessing.
you don't know what it's
people like
it's a fact.
Tata, people like OG Wan. Them niggas is like, man, we ain't got time for his shit because he gonna want to come rehash the last 20 years and we up. And I can see that being a real reality.
I can see that.
I can see it because it's not like he probably hate the nigga.
Is he gonna be able to move forward?
Nigga,
if
can
I
we
fuck
still
with
get
him?
the money?
Can
Or
I
you
give
gonna be
you?
at the
Can I give
table?
you $10 million and you
Yes.
just come in
Yes.
and we more? I can see that we move forward, but I think it would be hard for
What's
them.
done is done. It's over.
But
let's just move forward.
I always remember the Irv Gotti story where he's like, I'm gonna bring Dame in, give him this money and do it. And he was like, nah, we're gonna take this budget and do this. And he's like, Dame, this is not how it works. No, we're gonna cut it like this.
Boom.
I'm gonna bring this in.
I think that's what everybody's afraid of.
Yes.
The radicalness of it all. By the way, everybody knows 20 years later, he was right. Dame, you're right. But just because you were right in theory don't mean you were right in action. And you weren't right in action.
And in theory, it seems like Jay was right too.
I told Dame.
Because he ends up a billionaire.
Not just a billionaire, a multi-billionaire. He's worth $2.5 billion.
That's what I'm saying, but regardless, but he's a billionaire, so it seems like he was right
and that's
too.
Right, and that's what he wants us to know.
Yes.
That didn't include that's what I'm telling you, bro. Jay knew the game, and Jay also was okay with the lames being around him eating. Not saying nobody's lame, but remember, that was Dame's problem. They lame, they corny. But Jay was like, yeah, but they bringing in money. Who cares? And Dame was like, fuck that. And I could just see Jay being like, nigga, I want you with me, my nigga, but
you was right
you
there.
fucking up the money. No, it's not that. Rockefeller raised me, and I've interviewed and been around enough people to hear the differences and to hear, because when they broke up for us, that shit was heartbreaking. But they were really friends. It was just the business had to end. So when you start understanding that, dog, I got niggas that I knew 20 years ago that I can't be around right now because I know I'm gonna feel the jealousy from their energy. And I'm like, nigga, like, dog, we're not 20 years ago. They do call me Mr. Daniels when I walk in my buildings now. Nigga, you don't like that, but that's where I'm at. And sometimes I don't feel like going through the shit with you being around telling them, man, he ain't shit.
Yeah, we've been so. It's only like.
I remember when that nigga was a broke ass nigga. Hey, not no more, brother. Like, let's not do that. So I could see Dame trying to come around saying, this is how we supposed to do it. And they're like, well, this is how we do every day. And if you don't like that, then. So it's kind of like, let's just wait till we done. And then we'll meet at the end of our road on some alchemist shit, hug each other,
so
love each
Dame
other.
got to hold on until that time comes. That's trash. That's whack.
Nah, Dame is pushing forward. He got American.
But you know what I mean. I don't mean hold on. I don't mean hold on that way.
No,
I mean he got to wait until he's ready. Whatever.
Well, shit. Jay is the big dog in the fight, and I think that's the one thing Dame probably didn't accept when he hired Cam. He was like, Rockefeller's our company, but Jay is like, yeah, but I'm the face. So let's make sure I'm cool with it. So it's a whole lot of drama, but
you know what? Jay should just come on the show. So me and Heineken and Ray Daniels could ask him all these intricate questions.
I would love to do it. I know he would.
I mean, it's always funny every time you see Jay. He be like, Ran, is that you?
Yes, it's different.
What you doing over here?
Because niggas know me differently.
Yeah.
Like, they know me from my short haircut.
Jay probably don't even know I work for him until right now, because I work for Shari and Omar. But my check, when I signed my contract, it said Sean Carter. He signed, so you know what I mean? I'm one of the Rock Nation consultants.
You talking about light-skinned Cher?
Yeah, you know, she the president over there. Her and Omar the president. That's my family. They brought me in.
Omar Grant?
Yeah, nigga.
I didn't realize Omar was
shout out to
president.
Omar, shout out to Omar, and shout out to Sherry. Let me tell y'all something. When Warner did what they did and fucked me over, nigga, I made one phone call. It was the O. And he was like, what you need? And I said, nigga, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I said, I just want to stay in the game. Because that was my fear. It was like I was getting sent home and not in the game. And he was like, done. Nigga sent me a contract an hour later and was like, and took care of me. So I want to clap for Omar. That's my motherfucking brother. And Shari took care of me. And I would do whatever it takes to help them win. Because when I was in a position and I just needed to feel in the game, they took care of me.
Just to close it out, if we go close it out, your boy Joe Budden just sat down with Candace Owens, man. Big moment.
Love that.
Big moment. And I feel like Esso has spoken about this. That's the cross-marketing that we need to really take this black podcast space past a different plateau.
Agreed.
Real shit. I don't think we cross-pollinate enough with the white people. Not to say we don't. Some people don't know. Esso and I are not against it. Neither are you. Neither is Ghost. But I think that's the future to really break this out for us.
I'm about to do something with Robert Kennedy. Y'all should do something with him.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know the girl that's over his shit. She in Atlanta based, but I want to have different conversations.
Absolutely.
And my thing is about spreading out. And I seen a lot of people was mad that Joe spoke to Candace. Dear black people, we have to be okay with hearing other black people that don't think like us.
They have problems with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody got to have the same fucking opinion.
That's the best play for all of us.
I just argued with my father
about Trump.
About everybody you just adopting the same opinion. Okay, you didn't like Trump before, but Biden is no better. He's like, what are we talking about? Like, pay attention to what's going on. Leave your mind open to see and hear things. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm just so tired of people with the closed mindedness. It's annoying.
I'm gonna say this. We just gotta be for us to get to another level as a community, we have to let other opinions be heard. We have to talk things out, and it has to be
Agreed.
okay. And to me, my problem is that that's why I said I had to start off saying I don't hate anybody. I might just disagree with you right now, dog. If I saw somebody,
you hate Rico.
No, I'm about to say if I saw somebody downstairs beating up Rico, I'll stop it.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Yeah, he would.
Because regardless of, see, let me tell you something about me. I don't
ain't
see the
saving
person.
Rico.
Like Tamira, you know one of my main reasons why I love Tamira? I love her mother. And I seen her mother, when she was on my show, her mother was whispering to me, it feels so good to watch my daughter try to, like.
Now I see why she CC'd her mom on the
Because her mother was like, her mother used to, when Tamira's mother used to pull up, the
sentimental
joke
value.
was, Tamira's nickname was ROI. When her mother pulled up. Because
Return
the mother
on
was like,
investment.
this is finally my return. Because her mother sent her to school. Tamira grew up really good. A good mother, good home, educated. And her mother was like, but Tamira, we was outside. So mother's like, well, to finally see my daughter taking life serious. And that's why, that was one of the main reasons why I didn't want to stop working with her. And so it's like with Rico. I don't know his family, but I know he has one.
Y'all gotta work that out.
No, but hear me out. I'm just saying, I don't, but no, it's not.
Mommy.
It's not a Ray gotta work it out. Let me tell you, because Ray, I'm telling you where I stand. Just because I just might not want to work with you. I'll work with Tamira. I don't want to work with the guy she's working with. I believe in her. I don't believe in the guy she's working with. I don't want, by the way, he came in he was the wolf that came in my hen house. I didn't take, I was built, he would just coming through the back door while I was filming and just peeping my shit. And the only reason he knew Tamira was because I told the nigga, because Tamira said some offensive about Spanish men. On one of her little videos, she was like, y'all know Spanish men be beating women ass. He called me and everybody I knew. Man, she told my Spanish men, I hate her, da-da-da. And I was like, yo, Tamira, you gotta apologize to this dude. He ain't really nobody, but he worked for iHeart, so let's just keep peace. So she apologized, and a week later, he managing her. Clout chasers. Hey, nigga. I'm a clout. What they said, my man told me this. I'm gonna end it saying this. You have two types of people. You have, what they call it? You have weathermen, and you have people that predict that change the weather. I'm a change of the weather guy. When I walk in the room, the weather changes. Some niggas report what happens. I don't report what happens. I change it.
Ray, you know what they always say? There's some people that think outside the box, but create the box people think outside of.
That's me. That's Esso. That's you. That's why I fuck with y'all. Because I see y'all going the same way I'm going. And by the way, Esso will get on the phone with me and tell me shit that he doing.
All day.
That's my point. There's no hate here, man. We all black men trying to feed our family.
Ooh, this was fun.
And we all black people trying to feed our family. So when we start taking from each other, lying on each other, we hurting the man. Dog, all Ray Daniels got is his name. I only came here for one reason, because I want to tell the truth, because my name on it. That's all I cared about. And by the way, on God, I never want to talk about this again.
No.
Like, subscribe, super thanks,
Yep.
BagFuel, special guest, Ray Daniels, the GAUDS Show. It's always up when we get
Can
together.
I applaud us? We kept our hats on and you kept our glasses on like how Cam
And
kept
it's
this hat
sweating
on.
this motherfucker. It's hot in here.
Yeah, it is.
Open the window.
Subscribe. No, it's hot because you're going crazy. Subscribe, ring that bell, believe that. Follow him.
Ray
What's up?
motherfucking Daniels.
Let's go. I ain't got no shoes on either. I had to respect.